You're welcome to Queen's Fashion World today with me. I want to especially thank my subscribers. Thank you so very much. God bless you for all your support. And today, I'll be teaching how to cut and sew a turtleneck collar. We have different types of turtleneck. So I will be showing you how to cut and sew this particular one. And if today is your first time of tuning this channel, please do well to hit the subscription button and turn on the bell by the side to get an update whenever I upload a new video. On this channel, I upload a sewing tutorial every week. So I have a measurement here that I want to use for the turtleneck. The person's turtleneck is 15 inches. I have a video on how to take a measurement on a turtleneck, so you can watch that video. So how to measure the turtleneck? This is a collar gum here with me, a soft collar gum. We have a strong one, we have a medium soft. So this one is soft one I'm using for this particular collar. You can use the strong one, but not that strongest one. You can use the medium soft, it's okay. Okay, so the collar gum is folded into two. Are you seeing now? You can just check the size and add a sewing allowance to it to cut the collar. So the person's turtleneck is 15 inches. 15 divided by 2, that will give me 7.5 inches. So 7.5 inches, I will add a sewing allowance 1.5 inches. So I will use like 9 inches. Let me use 8.75 here so that I will have a allowance to mark the distance. 8.75 is what I want to use. So this starting the measurement from the center. Now how to mark the turtle? From this ending part, you just go ahead and mark 2.5 inches like this. 2.5 inches. Are you seeing now? You can trace a center of it from this 8.75. That is, you trace the center, the midpoint. So this is the center. After marking the midpoint, you now divide this part now. Divide it again into 2. That is to find midpoint in the middle of this midpoint again. Just divide it into 2 like this. Are you seeing? So I mark 2.5 inches here. This place I will mark 1/4 like this. Not 1.5, 1/4 of an inch. Then this middle midpoint I will mark 1/2 inch. I see now. So all I'm trying to do is to carve the round. That is what I'm trying to do, because the neck that will fix this collar is a round neck. So now I will move my hand from this point now, connect it to this 1/4 and connect it to this 1.5. Are you seeing the way it's going? Then I will connect it to this ending part. So you see the shape of the collar now. The collar is not straight. Don't fix it straight. So now that I've finished marking this, I will now mark the size of the collar. Whether it's 1 inch that you want or 1.5 inches, you can now mark it. So I will use 1.5 inches for the collar. So I'll go ahead and mark the 1.5 from that line. I will keep marking 1.5 inches. 1.5 inches. Are you seeing now? So I'll go ahead and connect it together like this. And when you get to this point, just form the round. Don't make it a V shape. Don't sharp this place so that when you open it, it will form round. So are you seeing now? It's very simple to get a perfect collar. Now, this upper side, you still check your measurement. It's 15.5, right? This is 15.5. Then we'll add a 1.5 inches, or let me use 1/4 so that this. So I will be marking it like this to connect. You see the shape now? Then also place the 1.5 like this and blend it. So this is the shape of the collar. Very simple. Let me cut it out for you to see. So you see the shape of the collar. You see the round shape already. So now the next thing I will be doing is to gum it on a fabric. So how to gum the collar now? This collar gum has a gum on it. This shining side, that is the wrong side, that's the gum. So this is the front. I will place the gum, which is the wrong side, on the fabric wrong side like this. So you see, then I will gum it. So after gumming it like this, you can now cut it out. So just cut it and leave ½ inch for each of the side. You see the way I'm cutting, half inch all round like this. Remain ½ inch this side too. So when you finish cutting like this, you see what I have here, you now place it on another pieces of fabric like this and cut it double. So you have to make it double, the same size. Make sure they are equal. And when you're cutting, let the front face front, let the good side face the good side. So I will go to the machine and sew this upper side like this. And don't allow your needle, your machine, to climb on top of this collar. Just follow this allowance and sew it out like this. This is the upper part, and leave this down first. So I will go ahead and sew it now. This is the upper side I'm sewing. My thread did not climb on top of the collar, so you can now notch it like this. But don't cut the thread. So you can now turn it over like this. Just sprinkle water and iron it. Iron the line first like this. Are you seeing now? Then you turn it over this way. Make sure you lap it. So the gum is now the front. So you know how you iron the front different from the back. So you now allow the back to show in front. Make sure you balance the back. This back is like a lining now. The second one that I cut is like a lining, so you don't allow it to show in front. You have to balance it properly. So are you seeing the shape? Then you iron it again in front. Make sure you smooth it very well. So after that, you run thread at the down part to secure it. Then if there is any excess, you now trim it out. Then fold it into two like this and notch the center part like this. Then hold the top like this. And also notch the center part. Please, sorry, the measurements that I use to cut the neck of this collar is 2.5 inches width and the depth 3 inches. The back side is high neck of 1 inch. That is what I use to cut this. So how to fix it now? Because this dress has a lining, you see the inside is very neat. So I don't want to rubbish it. I will just open it like this. If there is no lining, what you're to do is to pick this collar and just place it like this and follow your this thing and sew it till this zipper allowance, and also turn it to this side and sew it also to this zipper allowance. But because there is lining and I want that way, you will have to weave it, but because there is lining, I don't want to weave this place, so let me just sew inner sewing. So you hold it like this. This is the center and this is the center of the collar, and make sure your collar, check The side that has the gum, the collar gum, is the front. Then this plain side is the back. So make sure the front, which is the collar gum, is facing the front of your dress like this now. So I'll just go ahead and sew it like this. So are you seeing now? I can now turn it this way again and sew it on the back side. This is how I like sewing, from center to back. So after turning it like this, see what I have here, you see? So this is the lining now. You now turn the lining over this way, because I sew without the lining. So just pick the lining, the center to center, and place it like this to face each other. You can turn it this way so that you follow your thread. This thread will guide you. And just hold it like this. Start from the zipper allowance. Make sure you follow your thread and just sew it like this. And make sure the shoulder, the lining shoulder and the dress shoulder, they are facing each other. So just follow like that. The thread now is to guide you, the first one. The first thread that I sew is to guide you. And also check the joining of the lining. Make sure you catch the lining and the fabric together. You can notch this part now, and also notch this part, and turn it over. Do what I have here. It's very neat because there is lining. So if there is no lining, you can just fix it like that. See how beautiful it is. So you iron both front and back. You iron the back, turn it to the front, and iron the front. So the collar is ready now. See how beautiful it is. So you can go ahead and fix whatever you want to fix at the down. It can be a peplon, it can be a flare for gown before you fix your zip. Thank you so very much for watching. See you in my next video.